Hello, Internet. So, new selfie stick. I'm having to refamiliarize myself with the controls. I know it's like point at yourself. Let's call it a selfie stick. Anyway, why are people so sensitive? Last week, I kind of touched on how anger is actually fear. But the reason we're afraid is because we're sensitive. And yes, I say we. I'm tripping over stuff. But yeah, we, as in all of us. Because society kind of makes us that way. Let's see if I can use my other hand. Yeah, my left has not been doing so good this week. I'm getting the tennis elbow. But anyway. Sensitivity. It's bottom line. Well, actually, before I get to the bottom line, again, let's like review what makes people sensitive, or what I'm defining as sensitivity. Those people who are like, I just hate drama. I hate it. This whole, people argue, and it's like, oh, he said, she said, and, everybody's gossiping. Those people? And by the way, if you are one of those people, pay attention. That is sensitivity. Kind of worrying about what people are saying about you, focusing on what they're saying about other people, because, if they're talking about someone behind their back, what are they saying to other people about you when you're not around, right? That's sensitivity. Kind of getting all worried about what people are saying about you. Are they disrespecting you? Well, hanging branch. And then, of course, when you find out that they're disrespecting you, do you get angry? Do you start a shouting match? Do you start the very drama that you don't like? Again, pay attention if this is you. And by the way, at some point, this is everybody, all of us, me included. But why are we so sensitive? Because again, it's like, if you're very strong in a particular part of your emotional makeup, you wouldn't care what people are saying about you behind your back or to your face at all. Because, you can't be hurt if somebody attacks something that's strong, right? You can only be hurt if they're attacking something that's weak. So why are we this way? We're born this way. We're born self-conscious. We're born comparing ourselves to other people because, one, that's how we learn. I don't know how to do this, but so-and-so does. Now, smart people, they like watch. They're like aware of what they don't know, what they can't do, what they're not good at. And they're like, I care about it, and I should learn from somebody who does know how to do this, who is good at it. Or I don't care about it. So who cares if I'm good at it or not good at it? So it's like our brains are wired that way. And we can use it to our advantage to learn and improve. Well, there are other people that they just get self-conscious. And the reason is society itself. Society makes us this way. That's the bottom line that I started to get into earlier, but I'm like, no, let's go back to the basics. Society breeds us to be self-centered, narcissistic, self-conscious, and all concerned. And it's like, you ever watch cartoons at any point in your life? Or shows intended for children in general? They're all You have to be liked by people. You have to have friends. You have to have lots and lots of friends. You have to be popular. And then later on in life, we start learning about things like, oh, you got to stand up for yourself. You deserve respect. You're special. In fact, like I think in the 1970s or 80s or something like that, there was like some sort of psychological study. I shouldn't even honor it with implying that that was actually science, but it showed a correlation between, basically it surveyed like adults in various occupations, and it found a correlation between levels of success and their levels of confidence. Oh, so confidence leads to success, right? So we just need to make sure that the children grow up as confident as possible. Then they'll be successful, right? Correlation does not equal causation. The reality is it's backwards. Well, it's not actually backwards. The result, the interpretation of the data was backwards of what it actually is. Confidence comes from success. And unfortunately, for some reason, I can't talk for a second. For some reason, well, as a result of this study and all kinds of other things, for the past few decades, we've been raising children, and yes, I mean, if you're my age group, you're a part of this as well. Not as much of it as the rest of the world, but you're still part of it. In fact, to a certain extent, we're all part of it. In all generations, we're part of this because parents want their children to be happy and comfortable and all that. But we've basically been raising narcissists and psychopaths. Basically, there's these sets of behaviors that are like wired into our brains to be all self-focused and needy and self-involved and me. I'm so important. I'm special. I'm amazing. And a lot of parents throughout the ages have reinforced these ideas. And unfortunately, in the past few decades, it's gotten worse. Because now all of society is doing it. And the media is doing it. Again, those cartoons that I was talking about earlier. Not even cartoons anymore. It's like MTV. I think that's when it got worse. When MTV became a thing. Basically all the media, social media especially, just giving people more and more opportunities to like feed their own egos and to fuel their own narcissism. I'm so important, I'm so special, you should respect me. Why? Yeah, just ponder on that for a minute. We've been raising generations of people to feel special, to feel like they deserve respect, without doing anything. Narcissism. That is the reason that people are so sensitive. In fact, if you do even just a little bit of research into narcissists, they're the kind of people who talk about how amazing they are, how they can do this, they can do that, brag. But, and I'm walking funny because I'm trying not to trample the crops. They're a little bit bigger this week. But anyways, as soon as you start criticizing them or like pointing out their faults, oh, they get angry. Because they just don't know how to take it. So now, here's the thing. If you are one of these people, what can you do about it? First of all, you got to realize that if you want respect, you got to earn it. Second of all, respect means jack. Doesn't matter. You should not care what other people think about you. The only person you should worry about is what you think of yourself. And I'm not saying you like compare yourself to yourself. I mean, I am, but I'm not. You know, like, don't judge yourself. And I believe I've talked about this in previous videos. I'm not entirely sure. I make a lot of videos. But I mean, like, don't be judgmental against yourself. Because again, that just makes your sensitivity worse. Because then it's like, you're saying all these negative things about yourself, and then when someone else does, it's like, oh, it must be true, and it hurts more. And the bugs are out. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes now. Anyway, instead of judging yourself and being all critical and negative, just compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Have you improved? Even a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, good. And if not, there's room to work. Room to improve. Improve by starting to improve today. You know, be less concerned about what other people think of you, what other people are saying about you, and more concerned with what you're actually doing. Are you improving? Are you making progress? Progress usually requires a goal. If you don't have a goal, that's room for improvement. So anyway, by the way, I have to say that when I was driving over here, I saw this really cool rainbow in the sky. I wanted to capture it, but between being on the road, getting out of my car, setting my camera, it vanished. I'm sad. I mean, not really, but it would have been really cool. I mean, I don't even know if this camera will actually record a rainbow, you know, lighting issues and whatnot. And while I was like circling the field, I meant to keep an eye on the sky to see if it would come back. I forgot. I got a little distracted. Obviously, this is a little more important to me than paying attention to sky stuff. That's probably why I don't see aliens a lot. That and, you know, they're not visiting Earth and mutilating cows. Not that I know of. Anyway, I'm at the point where I'm just rambling about random stuff now, so see you next week.